Welcome to Beauty Behold Beauty Transitions, powered by Pipe TV, where we discuss everything beauty.
Powered by Pipe TV.
Today's episode features a beautiful, vivacious songstress, R&B and pop recording artist, songwriter, actress, and dancer, Miss Marlena Moniece. Known today for her soulful voice and energetic performances, Marlena Moniece Jefferson was born on January 6, 1998, and shortly after her God-given purpose was debuted as a fun-loving, confident, and self-assured little girl. At the age of 5, she transpired into a brave little lady with a passion to perform and became known for putting on shows for her family and singing in her church choir. Throughout her childhood, these performances groomed and led her to perform at local venues as well as entering singing contests. In divine order, at the age of 12, Marlena started her own group and band. Its name was Mission 316 Gospel Group. The group became the hottest teen gospel group and band in the state of New Jersey. At the age of 15, with her never-ceasing determination to grow and develop her passions, Marlena decided to cross over into R&B and pop music as a solo artist. Since 2013, she has written and released several catchy and well-received singles and have grown a substantial following who are affectionately known as her Eminem fans. Ask any one of her Eminems, family, or friends to describe her artistry, and on one accord, they'll tell you that Marlena Moniece is a real artist in that she dedicates her life and time to her music. She has a vivacious personality that is explosive on stage, where one would never guess that underneath it all is a young lady with a beautiful spirit of energy who has a magnetic smile and loving personality. If you haven't seen her perform, know that her voice embraces a soulful R&B pop with a gospel edge sound that is known to give the audience goosebumps when she sings and ignites positive energy on stage. I introduce you to an award-winning talent, Miss Marlena Moniece. Welcome, Marlena. I'm so glad that you are here with me today. I want to give our viewing audience a chance to get to know you as well as I know you, your talent. I'm going to be asking you questions about your family and your career in general. So we'll get right into it. I'm going to start with the first question, and I hope you're ready.
Definitely.
From the time you could speak, you had the bug to perform. During your early childhood, what would you say was the things, persons that stands out the most that you feel were key in nurturing your gifts along? Can you speak to that?
Oh yes, definitely my aunt who passed away a couple years ago. Honestly, she is truly amazing and I thank God for her because she was a singer herself. And
Right.
she was a gospel artist and she used to tour and do her thing. So that's all I've seen. And
Mm-hmm.
she was my Beyonce, you know. But she's the one who found my voice. She's the one who told me that, you know what, you're gonna be somebody and I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna take you in and I'm gonna teach you how to sing. And we used to, let me tell you, I was like 4 years old and she probably was in her 30s at the time, and we used to have a singing battle every Sunday at my grandmother's house. Who sings the best? Who knows more songs? And I'm telling you, she used to win all the time. But one time, I got her one time. But she's the one who definitely helped me and made me who I am today.
Oh, that's wonderful. What was your aunt's name?
Aunt Cynthia.
Aunt Cynthia. Well,
Yeah.
I really want to thank your Aunt Cynthia for recognizing that gift in you and leveraging her own talent to see it along. So that's great. And although that she's passed, I hope that her memory, which I can see, is living inside of you. And look at what she created or helped to create, That's
Right.
wonderful. So moving on, at what age did you personally, I know that your aunt nurtured you along, but at what age did you personally know that this was a God-given gift within your spirit, like you really embraced it? And what was it that caused you to embrace it at that particular time?
Honestly, I was about a good 5 years old. Every time I heard music, I used to hum to it. I used to hum in school. They used to tell me to shut up. I just felt like singing was a part of me.
Mm-hmm.
And my church, honestly, they asked me, "Oh my gosh, you have such a beautiful voice. Won't you sing a solo?" And I'm like, okay, I sung the solo, and I just felt so great. I just knew, I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is definitely it, because me singing into, not just singing in general, but singing to people made me felt good. It made me feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. And honestly, I feel like there's nothing else I can do just but this sing. But I
Yeah.
just knew that that was definitely it.
Mhm. And that's how it is with a gift. You just kind of embrace it and you move
Mhm.
with it and you don't see anything else. You just move forward. I'm going to pivot a little bit and I'm going to ask you about, because I know you come from a grounded family, but I also want the viewing audience to know that you are the only girl in your family. And not only are you the only girl in your family, you
Right.
are the baby girl.
The baby girl.
So you grew up with brothers, and I just want you to, tell the viewing audience how many brothers you are. You can mention their names and ages if you like. And how was that dynamic growing up with your brothers and your mother and father in your home, in terms of helping you along with your gift?
Oh yeah. Yes, I have three brothers. One brother is named Avery, DJ, Andre. And honestly, I love them all. We have a great, strong relationship towards each other. And honestly, you would think that they be overprotective. Honestly, I'm the one who would beat them up. I feel like I'm one of the brothers, okay? Like, honestly. But it was definitely humbling. My parents raised us to be humble. They raised my brothers to be providers and smart and strong, and I learned that from them. And even though I'm the girl, you would think that, oh, I'm spoiled, I'm girly. No, I feel like one of them. And honestly, one thing about us that we all have is love. And
Yeah.
that's because of my parents. My parents been married for 30 years, okay, 30 years. And right. Like, what? You don't really see that no more. About to be 31. And we love her because of them. That's all we've seen all of our lives. We protect each other from the world, the outside world. And I'm not the only one who has the good career. My brother, he served the army. Now he's flying planes. My other brother, he's traveling all over the world. My other brother, he's a full-time trainer, fitness trainer.
Wow.
Honestly, we all work hard for what we want in life. And I feel like we all successful. And they definitely do help me with my career. They definitely motivate me with my career, and especially my mom. She is my best friend. She is, my mother. She's my manager too. And me and her every morning, we be like, okay, what's the next step? What's the next thing that we need to do with the career? We have meetings all the time. And it's so funny because we separate our relationship, but honestly, we all supportive towards each other career. And that's one thing I love about my family.
Yeah. That's wonderful. And I know you're probably tough because if you grew up with all older brothers, you had to stay on your own. So I believe you when you say you used to kick some butt.
Oh, yes. Like, what?
But shifting back to the fact that you actually sang in church, do you remember the first song you sang and how that experience was? Were you nervous? Can you just talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. My first song is, I don't know if you know, His Eyes on a Sparrow.
Absolutely.
That's every little girl first song, you can't go wrong with His Eyes on a Sparrow now. But yeah, and when I sung that song, honestly, I was nervous. I had a sore throat too. I was really young and I had a sore throat. I had a little cold. But let me tell you, I sung my heart out. I felt like Jesus came inside of me and was like, you better sing, girl. And what's so funny? Like, at first, of course, every artist get nervous before you're about to sing and face people. But once you, in that moment, you just forget. You go black. You don't remember because you be so in tune. You be so inside of the song and what you're telling your people, preaching to your people. But honestly, I don't remember anything when I be performing until the end.
Yeah, it takes you away. Yeah, I can relate to that, definitely. So, with that being said, you actually went on to start as a young teenager, went on to start a singing group, 316 Gospel Group.
Yeah.
How many people were in that group, and how was that experience for you?
Oh my gosh, when I tell you that was like one of the best experiences I ever had in my life. I was 14 when I created the band. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew that God was right beside me. And it was a 14-piece band to age 14 to 17. 14 of us, all kids.
Wow.
And I controlled that. What? I didn't know what I was doing, but I did it.
But when you have him, there is no way.
And honestly, I'm so grateful because we did it, and we were super popular throughout the whole New Jersey, and we traveled out of Jersey to Maryland, to North Carolina. We were super popular and it was really fun. We were so busy, like almost every week. I can't even count the amount of shows that we had in a year because we was on it. We were so busy. And honestly, I will always remember those times. And it was amazing. If I could go back and do that again, I would. I would.
And then you went on to parlay into, I guess, I don't want to speak for you, but I'm assuming that you saw the depths of your talent. And so with just being your creative self, you transitioned into a solo artist and into a different genre of music.
Yes.
So can you just share with the viewing audience what that was? What type of music and what made you, in your own words, transition?
Well, definitely after 2 years of having and being a part of Mission 316, my gospel group, everybody grows up, everybody want to go in their different ways, everybody want to study to be a doctor, some had kids, it was fine, everybody went out their other way, but me, singing is my life. I wanted to keep on going, but not with just gospel. I felt like I wanted to challenge myself to do R&B and pop. I wanted to dance, I wanted to write about everything and not just gospel will always be my roots. But when I say it was super challenging and it was really hard because gospel and pop are two different genres, and pop you kind of have to dim down your voice, and that's what I had to do. So I was singing like a gospel person in a pop, and so my producer had to be like, listen, little girl, you gotta tone it down with a big voice. I'm like, why I gotta do that? But when I say it was one of the greatest transition ever in my life, because I had to dim down, but it was definitely worth it because I have a lot of music going on. I could dance now. I could write about whatever I want and be myself, with, R&B and pop. But I will always gospel. Gospel will always live in me.
Yeah. Well, wow. I have a ton more questions for you. We are coming down to the end. So there are a couple of things that I do want to hit on, and that is, what are you up to now? Talk about what you're doing. If you have any newest releases, what they are. Yeah, go for it. Let people know what you're doing and what you're up to.
Okay, so I just released my music video, a record called Doing It Well is streaming on YouTube right now, and you can look it up on my Facebook and my Instagram. I have a couple of shows that's coming up around the end of this month, October 30th. I'm flying out to Florida, a yacht party, a Halloween yacht party. Yes, I know. And November 14, I'm going to be live streaming on King's TV. And November 2nd, I will be traveling to Canada.
Wow.
Yes, at a Canada Marriott. It's a private celebration going on over there. But next year, you guys will definitely be hearing an EP, my first EP. So I'm definitely excited for that because that's what I'm working on too for the future for 2021.
Fantastic. You have a lot going on. Who's your biggest inspiration today, if I was to ask you?
Oh my gosh, the one and only Beyonce. Oh my God, Beyonce is the best, but Bruno Mars as well too. I feel like they are truly amazing. Every time I watch them,
Energy on
goosebumps. I feel the energy, goosebumps, my stomach drop. I be so glued to the TV, and I be learning from all of them because they just so inspiring and they motivate me to be a better artist, to challenge myself even more, performing wise as well too.
Right. So it's been like a wonderful, wonderful conversation with you. But one other thing I want to ask you before we totally wind down, and that is, what has been the best part of your career? Like, what do you hold dear to you? It could be in terms of awards or, performances, or, what is that one thing that you just say, oh my gosh, I will never, ever have forgotten this particular thing in terms of your growth in your career? So if you
definitely being a part of the McDonald's Gospel Fest. I beat out 40,000 people.
Wow.
And when I got on that stage and I seen like more than 40,000 people, I just felt like a star. And I was 12 years old, and I was like, you know what, this is it. I felt like a Beyonce then. I would never forget that moment. And after I sung my song and I heard that crowd, what? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely, I would never forget that moment, ever, ever, ever.
Yeah, you are such a sweetheart. You are pleasant, joyful. You're a beautiful spirit, and silly too. Um, I've seen you in action, and
Right.
a bright light. And I'm so grateful and thankful to have had you join me on Beauty Behold Beautiful Beauty Transitions. So, in closing, I want people to be able to reach out to you if they can. Can you share your social media platforms?
Mm-hmm. Yes, so you could follow me at my name, Marlena Moniece. Everything is Marlena Moniece on Instagram, Facebook, any live stream, any streaming music. You can find me at Marlena Moniece, and I'll be right there.
That's right. And yes, so Marlena Moniece has a brand, and she also has fans. Her brand is M&M, and her fans are her M&Ms. Again, I want to thank you so much, Marlena, for joining me. This has been Beautiful Beauty Transitions. And until the next time, all of you guys out there, stay beautiful. Bye.
Bye.
And now, as a bonus feature, here is Marlena Moniece in action.
Maybe all I need is a real one. I need good vibes in the long run. Hit him out whatever I needed. No need to be catching these feelings. Whatever we do, it come my way. All I need is that's my take. Do it how I like how I want it. Need a minute tough enough to own it. I give you all of me. I give you all of me. Do you have it all it takes? Have it all it takes. And I want to get your love to me. I get your love to me. Cause everything's free between me and you. This is all I want you to do. So won't you to kick it up with me, baby? Won't you to kick it up with me? Why don't you to kick it up with me, baby? The type of love you can get enough. You take it. The end of your day, you come my place. Got you with me in a one space. I see now how I got you rolling. Addicted to my ways, how I control, yeah. Nobody had to know. Anytime, anywhere, where we have to go. You don't have to answer to any of these hoes. But baby, we a fling, yeah, we're beating on the low. Better go get 'em. I better go get 'em. Baby, we ain't serious with the rhythm. I want you to take your time and go with the flow. Everything is okay, don't worry no more, no. See, you have all it takes. See, you have all it takes. Everything's between me and you. This is all I want you to do. So won't you to kick it up with me, baby? Won't you to kick it up with me? Why don't You've been holding it like, whoa. I'm saying to myself, oh no. You're the type that makes me go, oh, out against my will. I don't mean to be so forward, but I like where this is going. I just might have plans for you tonight. You're doing it, oh, you're doing it well. You're doing it well. Oh boy, you're doing it well. You're doing it well. You're doing it. We've been playing this all night, ready thinking that you're mine. I really want you, you gotta lie. Can we talk if it's alright? Can somebody take the lines? I'm hoping that we catch this vibe. I don't wanna miss nothing with you. Cause I just might have plans for you tonight. You're doing it, oh, you're doing it well. You're doing it well. Oh boy, you're doing it You're doing it well. You're doing it. I can see you and me burning more than just a wild flame. Do you feel the same? Eyes on me, you will see. I can satisfy you, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah. You're doing it. Oh, you're doing it well. You're doing it well. Oh, boy. You're doing it well. You're doing it well.